We have absolute MAGA lunatic Mark Levin on Fox News spreading some complete nonsense about Kamala Harris in this election, saying things so absurd that they would be funny if he was joking. So I want to look at a few of these and just debunk the nonsense.
Here we have from the Federalist 25 lies Kamala Harris told in her debate against Trump. Here we have Breitbart, 21 false claims and hoaxes by Kamala Harris that ABC's debate moderators did not fact check. In other words, even when it comes to talking about her record, such as it is, she just lies. And she lies all the time, or she plays rope-a-dope. And reason she won't explain why she switched positions. Listen, because she hasn't switched positions. She's the good old Marxist Islamist she's been for half a century.
I mean, Marxist Islamist is pretty crazy. Like, she supported Medicare for all in the Senate. What a communist. And also, Islamist is a crazy retort as well, considering she's married to a Jewish man, but I digress. The problem is, when you lie in a debate, you're subject to get fact-checked. Trump lied over 30 times, and he was fact-checked twice. What complete bias. We're going to act like both the websites he mentions here, the Federalist and Breitbart, aren't just far-right propaganda sites, and we're going to look at what they list as a couple of Kamala's lies, because I'm sure that we could just sniff these out as lies themselves pretty quickly. So here's two from the Federalist. First is her representation of Trump's tax cuts, except that they were 100% accurate. These people try to say they weren't disproportionately skewed to the rich. Well, here's what was saved by each tax bracket. The top are disproportionately large because of corporate tax cuts, pass-through income tax cuts, the AMT cut, and doubling estate exemptions, all of which literally only apply to the top 10, mostly the top 1% of income brackets. And Trump's sales tax that they're saying, well, he's not going to implement a sales tax, what she's talking about, and she literally explained it in the debate. She said the tariffs that she's going to call Trump's sales tax, which economists all agree would raise prices, that the way Trump wants to do it would raise them almost $4,000. Breitbart includes, well, she lied about Project 2025, of which isn't a lie. As we've gone through on this channel, over 90% of the authors are current Trump advisors or people that he promises to appoint in his next term, like Thomas Homan. And you can watch him speak at the Heritage Foundation just a few years ago, saying that they're making a plan that will shape what conservatives are going to do if elected.
Kamala Harris, she can't run on cutting inflation. She caused it. She can't run on cutting taxes. She raised them. She can't run on securing the border. She unsecured the border. She can't run on cutting gasoline prices. She raised them. She can't run on safe streets. Our streets are a disaster. She can't run on peace and tranquility. War has broken out in every region of the world as a result of Harris and Biden. She can't run on improvement in education and school choice because she's helped destroy public education and she opposes school choice. She can't run on all her accomplishments for the black community. There are no accomplishments for the black community. She can't run on women's rights. She'll demagogue abortion to the end. But she's destroyed women's rights, especially in sports, especially all those women enslaved, mostly brown and black women, on the southern border.
This is almost completely untrue as well. The largest CPI increase since the Great Recession happened under Trump in 2020, meaning that inflation was spiking before Biden and Harris took office. If it didn't hit negative under Trump, which is just as harmful for the economy, it would have been very high before they even took office. It peaked before they passed their first legislation, and they've since brought it down over 6% to under 3%, where it's economically desirable for growth. Nobody making under $400,000 had their taxes raised under Biden, only those making more. And the American Rescue Plan tax change actually left middle and low-class families with more after-tax income than Trump's rich guy tax cuts, which also would have had them paying more in taxes by 2027 when they expired. Harris was only tasked with migration from 3 Central American countries. After meeting with those countries, talking with them, working out a plan, migration from each of those countries dropped. So I would consider that a success. Also, Trump killed the border bill, and border crossings now, because of their executive actions, are lower than they were when they took office. Presidents don't control gas prices. That's stupid. Crime is at near 50 years lows. That's a complete lie. And Trump exacerbated conflicts and kicked him down the road. That doesn't get you off the hook. And Biden and Harris have invested record amounts into historic black colleges while also pardoning thousands of marijuana arrests each year, which disproportionately affect black people.
It was a debate for her, for the press, because the press is carrying her water. The state-run media is her Praetorian Guard. And so they're cheering her on. And yet, survey after survey, undecided voters are saying, well, we still don't know where she stands. That was her goal. To lie about Trump, to lie about herself, to lie about her regime, and to slime Trump, and to give the talking points and whatever she thought they needed to the media.
Okay, first off, somebody's got to tell me why this dude's head is shaking like a bobblehead. And second, pretending it wasn't a good debate for Kamala when literally all polls have her winning is extreme levels of cope. When focus groups after the debate that were undecided or independent are now leaning towards Kamala, this is complete cope. And third, state-run media is crazy, especially when talking about left-wing media or left-wing media, I should say. Trump is the only person on that stage who has tried to control media through his administration. Fox News literally lost the biggest defamation lawsuit in American history for parroting Trump's lies because he wanted them to do that. These people will go to any level of absurdity to not have to say, yeah, Trump lost. Trust me, guys, it's not that hard, right? I mean, the momentum right now is clearly on Kamala's side. The ball is clearly in her court, but there's still tons of work that needs to be done. We still need to make sure we all get out and vote before we can cheer for her for making the shot. If you enjoyed this video, we're Social Society. We're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that could interest you, consider smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a like, or even commenting on this video. We even have memberships available as low as $3 if you'd like to support, because the only way we become a society is together.